everyone. I'm Logicked, and I just took over this prick Dr. Chatter's show. Do you know why? Because he fucking lied about me. You know, it just doesn't feel right in this thing. I can't fucking breathe. Hi everybody, it's Dr. Chatter with a shotless and somewhat long quick shot. I'm actually refilming this today because I didn't like the other one that I did on this subject. I hope it gets up in time, so I'm changing the normal format of my videos. For expediency, I'll just read my response so I don't flub the words this time. It's somewhat long, so bear with me. I will try not to take up too much time. You don't have to trust me. In fact, don't trust. Verify. But before you fly off the handle for the introduction, lighten up. I was just joking. I've had these props for years. It was an old Halloween costume and everything, with the mask and the gloves and the hat, and this stuff was actually a lot newer. But besides, I couldn't resist breaking the ice that way. I am a shitty comedian after all. I like self-deprecating humor. FYI, there will be more shitty jokes in this video. I hope you don't take that and use that against me, because this is a fairly sincere apology. So take those jokes with a grain of salt. They're just poorly spread out throughout this document. This is a comedy channel too, so you know, I don't want any of you to get bored. And with further ado, I'm gonna actually take the goggles off. So hopefully you'll think this is a little bit more sincere, but I will be looking down because I've got to read this. I don't have it memorized. I'm not that professional. This is just a hobby. Seeing how the comments have been developing, I will merely put a link in the description so anyone can go view what transpired and continue to transpire for the posting of my video on Trump and Logicked. Yes, Logic, I should have known that you did not say you supported Trump for his supposed stance on LGBTQ rights. It was Armored Skeptic. I like both you guys. It was very shocking to hear it come out of one of your mouths. Just saying. But that's because of my views on Trump. That may be a topic for debate at a later time, preferably with him. If you want to join in, that would be awesome in a completely secular definition of the word. Awesome. But while funny comments and video posts online, plus calling people morons or stupid or dumbass can be fun, sometimes it's not either. Another funny thing is alcoholism. And I mean that in a metaphorical way, not a literal way. I do, if I'm being honest, have more than a few problems with alcohol, and have since I was 16. First, I drink too much, even by my own standards, which leads me to my second problem, being that I'm always running out. I told you there's going to be some jokes, and they're going to make you wince. Does it make me an absolute moron? No, absolute means total, which would keep me from correcting my mistake when I now see how wrong I was. And besides, I drink whiskey, not vodka. Not that there's anything wrong with that or the people that drink it, and if you go from The Bible Reloaded is watching, I owe you a bottle for that joke. It's just not my preferred alcohol. Now, alcohol often does affect my memory. I know when other people are drunk, they sometimes misremember certain facts and say things that are untrue or did not mean to say, plus the slurring. People often also make these same mistakes when they believe or assume something that is false, like with religious fundamentalists. And sometimes people also make these mistakes when they are angry. Yes, I was drunk in those videos and during my first 2 replies to your comment, Logicked. But that's no excuse for incorrectly attributing you with Armored Skeptic's comment. I assumed my memory is correct, and it was not. Now, I can tell you we're probably a little angry, or at least flabbergasted, probably a mix of both, with a dash of shock and maybe a wry smile on your face. Maybe a little mwah. I would if I had seen that, and were you. I just can't tell when you wear a mask, although the cat avatar thing, that's kind of nice. I like that one. Now, Americans, from what I understand, since I am one, and from what you probably know, tend to believe that freedom is incredibly awesome and should be shared, not an excuse to do anything we want. We believe in sharing ideas even if they're wrong, because shitty ideas don't float in that type of environment, as you already know. Pretty sure you said relatively the same exact thing, and probably have said it multiple times. Many other people have said it that I've listened to, so I'll just hopefully safely assume you also said it. That's why we have the freedom of speech, so we can hear, address, and correct those shitty ideas, as I'm trying to do with my own stupid comments, as you Logicked also did with my stupid comments. Because you know that debate and discourse is supposed to be handled correctly, even if you can't see eye to eye. It seems you only like to walk away when you feel the opposition is so wretchedly unfathomable to you that you can't reconcile being around those individuals and their shitty beliefs. If I'm incorrect, oops again. Like I said, it was just kind of a guess. But it's kind of hard to do when you're so passionate you can't have a rationally calm discussion that won't shut out the other side and make that side passionately angry themselves. And I'm sure you know all this, even though I seem to have really pissed you off later with my replies to your first post. All things considered, I do think you handled it relatively well. Now, better than relatively, it was fairly well. I didn't, but you pretty much did. You know, it might have been easier if you just said, "Hey, Dr. Chatter, you got this fact wrong about me. I didn't say that. Armored Skeptic did. Here's the link." I tend to respond better to people that approach me like that, but when they come up to me and say that I'm spouting bullshit and call me dumbass and seem very angry and are essentially yelling at me, I shut down like many other people do and block them out. So yes, you started out with what seemed like an angry comment, and I in turn, being drunk and logging on to start doing posting of my own from editing another video, well, I drunkenly fucked with you. Kind of trolled a little bit. Kind of wanted to know the truth. But yeah, I kind of trolled you a little bit. I'm kind of a smart ass, and yes, a dumbass in that respect. But things quickly degenerated from there. I did actually want to know if I had gotten my facts wrong about you. That's why I asked those questions in my first reply. Because you see, I'm much easier to get along with when I don't think the other person is just being shitty towards me. I think most humans are probably like that, but what do I know? I'm only human. And I realize the irony with what I'm going to say next. So I'm going to try and just say it. You probably can make fun of me later, or will make fun of me later, I don't know. With great power comes great responsibility. I'm sure you know that saying. Fairly popular. I don't even think I have to mention who said it, but please, Stanley, don't sue me. To me, free speech is power, and a YouTube channel is part of that power and responsibility in free speech. I definitely fucked up my YouTube channel and my integrity by saying those incorrect things about you, Logicked, and what you said, or what you believed. It wasn't true. And, you know, what people say is important, just like it's important why they say it. And I'm sorry if I keep looking down. I am still reading. Like I said, I don't have this memorized, but it's helping jog my memory. Now, I think that in America we generally take it as a nation to help each other. We can't do that if we're scaring each other. We can't do that if we're scared of each other. And yes, we have to protect each other and our freedoms. Yes, freedom of speech is not a right to say whatever you want. I fucked up my video by saying you said what I said you said, but you hadn't said it. I was wrong. I fucked up my comments by typing the first 2 drunk, the third hungover, and the fourth, well, there I was just being kind of a smart ass there too. Sorry, buddy. I still haven't read any of the comments after my 4th response to you, Logic, so I don't know if you or anyone else has responded or commented or what has been said. If I do respond, it's going to be in that comment section, not in this video, because like I said, I haven't checked it since then. Yeah. It looks like neither of us is very appreciative of perceived attacks on our persons or our thoughts and opinions. Which is, if I may be so bold to say, why you are so passionate about your stances on Islam and other religions. And I'm pretty sure you said so. I try to be a little less passionate, partly because I'm a smart ass and everything, but I like knowledge a bit more, and this time I definitely dropped the ball. Anyway, my integrity is compromised, and this needs to be corrected. It was not my intent to lie or misconstrue the facts, nor was it my intent to accidentally mistype the second comment where I said I meant violent adversary. I really did mean nonviolent adversary. I did not want the darker variation. I really did fuck that up. I wasn't paying attention. I was drunk. Yes, that's not really an excuse. I still typed it in there, and I could still edit it, but I'm not going to. What's done is done. Everyone else can make their own judgment. Choose whether to believe me or not. I was drunk, and I didn't proofread that comment before I posted it. It was just a reply to try and, well, it was supposed to make it look less violent towards you, and that totally backfired. I'm not sure if you'll believe me. Not sure if you can believe me. So I'm actually wondering how this video is going to be perceived. I bet the majority of viewers will just call me a liar, shut it off, and never look at me again. Considering I have such a small viewer base, literally it's pretty much only me and like a few friends. I mean, it doesn't really hurt my channel viewer-wise. I mean, that's probably going to stay the same, but it hurts my integrity, and that in turn hurts me. And you know, I've tried before with my channel to talk to other YouTubers and get their advice on how to do a channel, and I'm pretty sure none of them have gotten back to me on anything. So yeah, I have the time to message other people. They might not have the time to message me back because they're more popular. Logicked, you are by far the one person besides me who has posted more comments on my videos than anyone else. Most of mine were either jokes or corrections or clarifications that I felt needed to be addressed, if that memory serves correct. So that's where I stand. I have a little bit more time here, so I'm going to leave you all who are viewing this video a few images of things, one of them being some results on immigration I found. You can check up on this, even do a video Logic on it, on whether or not you believe this study. There's some weird stuff going on in this study from some of the numbers, so I'm not quite certain if some of the people that were answering the questions were exactly being honest. But that's a discussion we could have. And it's not a dig on you, Logicked. It's not a dig. It's more of a dig on Trump and his so-called Muslim ban. Because it got rejected again. And because I don't agree with it. And, well, the rest of this video is kind of boring. So let's do something interesting and look at pictures. Sorry, I'm getting a little carried away here. Feel free to disagree. Like I said, that can be a discussion for a later time. The poll result I'll show comes from the Pew Research Center, and I found it while doing research for a different video that I haven't posted. In fact, I got it on here, and I have it filmed on this camera before all of this. It's just gonna have to wait to get edited. I don't have room on my computer. It's old and has very little memory space. After that, I'm going to throw up some images of similar actions that people in my country of America have done to help keep people safe before, and these things are generally now considered to have been a bad idea. You can decide whether or not you think they're more knowledge-based or empathy-based, or just completely shitty reasons to be against the ban. That's your prerogative. And after that, there's going to be a few fun facts, images about countries that have terrorists, produce terrorists, and some other stuff. So, like I said, it's not a dig on you, Logicked, but it is a dig on you, Trump. You should probably pay attention. Or don't. I thank you for your patience, everyone. Logicked, Armored Skeptic, anyone else that has been watching my videos. To slightly quote or paraphrase you, I am sorry for any twinge of suspicion that you may get from this apology. I don't know if you will make a video of your own trashing me or this apology. If I had to guess, I would probably bet yes. It's kind of an easy mark. There's bad jokes in it everywhere. But that's just an assumption. I admit, I don't know. I don't really know you. Because if we can't feel comfortable talking to each other, coming to the table, discussing our ideas, even if they're different or we don't agree with them, because we feel insulted, attacked, diminished, lessened, or any other thing like that by the opponent, then horrible ideologies, bad thoughts, wrong assumptions are going to fester in those individuals and in those societies. And the only way to get past that is to treat it like a cancer or a virus, as you've probably mentioned before. And the vaccine, the treatment, is facts and knowledge. And if we treat those people with facts and knowledge, and we come to them and just tell them straight out and don't try to insult them or berate them, then yes, maybe they might want to take the treatment, and maybe they will get better. And this horrible ideology that they have will go away. We can hope. We don't need faith for that. I mean, I'm living proof. Thank you. Good night to anyone celebrating. Have a happy Memorial Day. Go celebrate if you want. If you have to work, that sucks. I have to work on it. But I'm going to go ahead and remind you and myself this time that knowledge changes the world. Sorry, I had to say it. It's part of my fake legally binding contract.